Hi, good morning everyone. So today we are actually visiting somewhere different, very different than where we've been before. This is actually Funchal, Madeira, which is a tiny island actually really close to Africa, Morocco, but it is part of Portugal. So we are going to be exploring Madeira. I've never been here before, and I'm really excited because it's definitely very warm here compared to being in Portugal, which I'm always saying is quite cold. So we're starting our day actually at the Central Farmers Market. I love farmers markets. I think it's really fun to see all the different foods and produce. And there's so many people here. It's actually pretty busy. Some history about the farmers market. It was actually established in 1940, so it's really old. It is a great place to see a lot of the local foods and experience the culture here. Yeah, I probably am totally mispronouncing it, but it's actually known as the Mercado dos Lavradores. Probably totally mispronouncing that. But definitely I highly recommend coming here to the Central Market in Funchal, especially if you love farmers markets, and it's very lively. And so I think it's going to be a pretty good day here in Madeira. On the bottom of the market, of the farmer's market, is the fish market. Here there are many assorted fresh fish, very, very fresh. This is something that's really cool in Portugal, is that because they're all by the water, even the islands, you get some really nice fish. Okay, so our next stop actually on our tour of Funchal today, we are going to be taking the cable car from Old Town, kind of like downtown area. We're going to be taking it all the way up to the mountain, and then we'll be coming back down on foot actually. So totally looking forward to this. And they're really similar, like the gondolas that we have at Epcot. So I think that'll be exciting. It'll be a nice little relaxing ride. So actually, to go all the way up to the top, it does say it takes around 15 or 20 minutes. And like, it's not, like a roller coaster, so it does go up pretty slowly. So it is a very slow moving gondola. You get to see all the beautiful sights and views of the city. It's been a really wonderful ride. Alright guys, so we reached the top. It was a very relaxing ride up. It was definitely a lot longer and much taller than I thought it'd be. Yeah, so one way is 12.50 euros, so like $13. And if you do a round trip, it's 18 euros, so like $20 per person. So yeah, it's a little bit expensive, but it's definitely a nice experience if you want to see the top of the island for sure. Here's our view from the top. Yeah, I can't believe we came all the way from down there. Okay, so we just got off the first cable car. It actually stops on the top of the mountain at Monte. There's a lot of things to do up here, but we're actually gonna go just walk over to our second cable car to go to the Botanical Gardens because we're kind of tired, and probably after Botanical Gardens we're gonna grab some lunch. So yeah, looking forward to the Botanical Gardens. Maybe next time we will come back to Madeira and see what they have here at Monte.
Wiesz co, powiem tak, tu myślę, że będzie więcej słońca, bo tam jest bardzo dużo drzew i tak trochę na słońcu.
Tam było ciemno trochę, nie?
Trochę cienia, a tutaj będzie chyba więcej słońca będzie. No i kurde, znowu masz minusa. No jeszcze drugi i podpadłaś. Bardzo
Ale
fajnie.
to w ogóle wszystko trzeba wiedzieć, to żeby w jedną stronę kupić wszystko, bilet,
Wiesz,
potem...
spotkaliśmy kolegów, którzy zapytaliśmy się.
Ale powiem Ci, że bardzo...
Oni mówią, że oni zaczęli od to. Poczułam stąd. Nawet nie, coś tam. Normalnie z tej mapy.
Yeah, here from the top of the second cable car we rode, now we can see a really great view of the city. Actually, the whole island. It's very beautiful. Yeah, if you guys are scared of heights, maybe not for you, but it's very smooth. So if you're interested in doing it, I definitely recommend taking the cable cars here in Madeira. So we also got the admission to the Botanical Gardens when we bought the ticket to the second cable car. It actually wasn't that much more. So yeah, we are walking around the Botanical Gardens now. Okay, so we drove to the other side of the island, and these are the natural pools of Porto Moniz. I know I'm totally mispronouncing it. So what's really cool is they're kind of like a saltwater bath, and it is being constantly filled by the ocean. So they really are like natural swimming pools. And yeah, we're not going to be going swimming today, but they do look really beautiful.
So after a quick nap, we drove about half an hour to the city of Santana, and we are here seeing some history of the island. So as you guys can see over there, there's those kind of straw, kind of straw and red and blue houses over there. So those are the houses that the people in the island used to live in. Looks very different than the traditional houses we're used to seeing nowadays.
All right, good morning, guys. So after a well-deserved night of sleep, it is our second day here in Madeira. We are here at downtown. We're just going to be exploring downtown today. Since yesterday, we did a bunch of driving around. We did the cable cars. We also went to see other areas of the island. So today we're just going to focus on downtown Funchal. So yeah, looks to be a pretty good day.
Yeah, over here we have some little vendor shops for the celebration of the Festival of the Flowers here in Funchal, Madeira. Yeah, they should be open soon. Unfortunately, they're not open yet. It's a little early in the morning.
Representation of the whole life, the ocean, the farming, and the windmills.
So here we are at the marina of Funchal, downtown. So as you guys can see, there are quite a few ships here. Yeah, so that ship over there that looks really old. Let's get a slightly closer look. Yeah, that ship there that looks really old, that's actually the kind of ships the Portuguese used to travel around the world in the old days. You know, from India to the Americas, like we learned in our history books. Yeah, that's the ships. Well, that's pretty interesting. I actually never knew that until I came here. Okay, so here is a closer look of the ship like I promised you guys. So as you guys can see, actually it says Santa Maria de Colombo. So interesting fact, if you guys remember from learning American history and the Pilgrims long ago in our history classes, Christopher Columbus came on a couple ships, right? The Mayflower, Santa Maria, and another one that I don't remember right now the name of. But yeah, so they have one of them here. I think it's probably like a replica. It's not the exact ship, of course. It's been many years, many centuries, but it's still cool to see a bit of history while you're here. It's a kind of a hidden gem here if you guys like history. So you guys see this kind of stone archway thing here? So this is actually this was the gateway to the city of Funchal in the past. All of this here that is full of cobblestone and buildings, all the way out to where we just were by the marina. Yeah, the whole thing used to be filled with water. Crazy, right? Yeah, but with over time, you know, they built more land over it. as well as some other things, global warming, erosion, and other stuff. Now it gives us a nice place to walk. But yeah, that used to be door to the city. Yeah, I found out that pretty much all European cities do have this door. Maybe we can find them in the other cities too.
After the marina, we're gonna head back into more central downtown and see if some of those shops are open now.
So as you guys can see, there's all these seats here, just by the road. So actually these seats were part of the Flower Festival parade viewing. Yeah, so this is the parade route that they took down this road and probably throughout to this area. However, we were just a couple of days late to the Flower Festival. We weren't able to see it this year. Yeah, the Flower Festival was on May 1st. Yeah, so maybe someday we can come here to the Flower Festival, although there are still a few things from the Flower Festival throughout the area, so we're gonna try to check them out. Yay, all the food booths are mostly open now, so we can take a look at what they have.
Já banharam o boi?
So I just wanted to show you guys actually some of the very beautiful leftover flower displays from the Madeira, Funchal Madeira Flower Festival that they have every year in May. So actually the Flower Festival usually runs from May 1st through May 25th. So as I said, unfortunately, we were just short a couple of days of this beautiful flower festival, but they did have a few leftover displays in the city still to look at, so that was great. Yeah, so you see these very beautiful flower carpets everywhere, and as I said, they have the flower festival parade as well. It really reminds me of like the Rose Bowl parade in Pasadena, California every year in early January, except for the Rose Bowl parade, of course, is full of roses. But yeah, this looks like a very beautiful event, and I really hope someday to be able to come here during the flower festival. I do know that I have heard that actually this is one of the most busy times of year to come here, very expensive hotels, but I would love to experience it just once. So yeah, we're gonna get ready to go to the airport now.
All right, so we are back at the Madeira airport now. It's been a great almost 2.5 days here in Madeira. It's been really fun on the island. I definitely really enjoyed it, and I definitely plan to come back in the future. So far, it's even though it's not mainland Portugal, like I would say this is my favorite place I've visited as part of Portugal so far. Yeah, so Madeira is actually just really close to Africa, close to Morocco. So the weather here is amazing. I know it looks a little cloudy behind me, but it's been warm. Nothing like being cold in Portugal, like mainland Portugal. Unfortunately, every time I visit mainland Portugal, it's winter and I'm freezing. But yeah, here has been amazing. It's a very pretty island, a lot of things to do, a lot of things to see. Definitely well worth maybe 3 or 4 days trip next time. We couldn't see it all actually with just 2 days here. Yeah, so something that I want to talk about on the island. So first, I was really amazed by how many gondolas they have actually on the island. I think we counted at least 4 different ones, besides the ones that we took, the one from downtown Funchal up all the way to the top of the mountain, and the one down to the Botanical Gardens. There was a couple more. Unfortunately, to get to them, there's no parking in most of them, so it could be a little difficult to get there. Maybe buses might take you, but that might be something to consider if you're going to try to experience all the gondolas they have to offer here. Because next time I would like to do that, but I'm not sure if I could get to all of them really well, even with a car, because I don't know where I'd park the car. Yeah, and also something else to know about the island. There are no beaches on Madeira Island. If you're looking for beaches, you're not going to find them here. Beaches, you have to actually take the ferry or a flight over to a different island. And this island actually is quite far. On the ferry, it's at least 2 hours, maybe 3. And the water is not so smooth here. So I don't recommend if you probably will get motion sick. So I wouldn't want to do that. I would definitely get motion sick. You could take a flight over. I think the flight wouldn't be too bad. But yeah, definitely no beaches here. The water is really nice though. Very blue, very pretty, but no beaches. Yesterday, on our trip here, we went to Porto Moniz, which had the saltwater kind of lagoons that people were swimming in that was free. And those look pretty nice. But I know water here in Portugal, water here in the Atlantic is cold. So I'm not positive that it would be a really nice experience. You might be freezing. It's like the Pacific Ocean. Another tip for you guys, if you're going to stay in downtown Funchal or even in just general Funchal, you definitely don't really need a car actually. Like I actually don't recommend renting one because parking is expensive, you gotta pay, and sometimes there's no parking at all. Even if you wanna pay, there's no parking. So that's complicated. Oh, and also the streets here are like super narrow. Like not like normal narrow, but like really, really narrow. So you need like a tiny car. You need like the size of like a smart car with just 2 seats. Like your normal like 5-door kind of car is way too big. Like even for us, our car was slightly big and we struggled to get through some of the streets. So definitely no SUVs, no medium-sized cars that we're used to, tiny cars. And if the rental car company offers to upgrade you to a bigger car, I definitely don't recommend. We got an upgrade and it was really, really difficult to get to some of the places that we wanted to go, especially up the mountains. Yeah, we weren't sure if we would actually make it through some of those places. But overall we had a wonderful time in Madeira and I can't wait to come back here in the future. Thank you everyone for watching and see you next time. Bye.